Hey guys, I'm Suzanne Bowen coming to you from my studio in Florida, and I wanted to do a video setup for the total body lift and tone workout. So I'm gonna set you up with the exercises, but also show you how to modify them if you needed that modification. You wanna make sure that you're warm, and you wanna make sure that you've got something soft to work out on, like a mat. The first exercise is tabletop bridge leg lift. So what you'll do is you'll come forward on your mat with your knees bent and place your hands underneath your shoulders with your thumbs facing your feet. And then you'll lift both heels up and lift the body up. And then you'll balance yourself and pull the front leg in and extend the leg out. And then from there you'll lower and then press the hips up and then lower it down and press the hips up. Now that's very challenging. So if you've got tight shoulders or you're just a little bit weaker, you may need to modify that exercise. And so the way to modify it would be to keep both heels down and then lift up. And then you could start by lifting your heel up and pressing up and really supporting the whole body on 4 points. So lifting the whole body up, and you'll feel the back thigh. And then if you could move on, you could start lifting the shape of the leg up and down. So as you lift the hips up, you'd lift the knee up, and then finally you could extend the leg up. And then the most advanced would be going ahead and lifting that back heel up and lifting and lowering the whole leg. So you'll get a lot more calf work when you lift that heel up. So that is the tabletop bridge leg lift. The next exercise is the extended leg chest dip. Now it looks more difficult than it is. I'm gonna set you up with how to do it. So I've got my average size mat here, and I'm gonna take my hands about mat's width or maybe even a little wider, but I wanna make sure that your fingers are spread out and that your hands point straight ahead. So you'll bring your hands here. So I'm gonna be right off of my mat with my thumbs on top. And then from here, I'm gonna bring my knees back and shift forward. And I'm gonna take my leg and shelf it on the back foot. Okay, so I've got a really strong base, but before I start doing anything, I really want to tighten up the core and keep everything solid. And then instead of pushing down like this, like so, in line with my elbows, I'm going to dip forward and make sure that my forehead hits before my chest does. So you're really going to target that outer chest, front shoulder area. I like to call it the sundress area. So if you needed to modify, you could place both knees down and just dip forward. So you make sure that you dip your forehead first and then you press back up. And as you get stronger, you can work up to that 1 minute on each side, and also you can extend the legs. So that is the extended leg chest dip. The next exercise is the plank dips with extended leg. Now this is a very challenging exercise, and so I'm gonna set you up with how to do it. And it's very advanced, so you're going to be very strong if you can do this the whole minute. So you're gonna take your hands elbows under your shoulders and take your legs back. Legs are parallel and hips distance. And then from here, tighten up your core first, and then you'll lift your leg up. And then you're going to dip and just hinge the body forward, driving from your shoulders, and press back up and move really slowly through this. Now, if you needed to modify, I would say just to keep both legs down. So you would get your arm movement first before you add the leg. So you'd hinge forward and press back up. And so start there first, and then once you get your stability, then you can move forward and press back up. But you may need to only do it for 10 seconds to 15 seconds to 30 seconds, build up your strength to that 1 minute on each side. That's the plank dips with extended leg. The last exercise in this series is the outer back leg reach, and it's one of my favorites, and it's the perfect one to end on. It's a moderate exercise that most people can do. So to set this one up, I want you to align yourself up with a straight edge or a mat, or the back edge of the mat. I want you to place your hand under your shoulder and really widen your fingertips here. Make sure that your hips are in line with your shoulder and your hand. And then your knees can be just out in front of you. You'll reach your arm up and you'll lift the body up, reaching and stretching. Keep that leg off the floor and bring it back in. And really press up and bring it back in. Now, if it's too much for your wrist, you could always keep the leg down and just reach up, and that will take some of the weight out of the exercise. But sometimes wrists are challenging for people in this one, so you could try it here with the fist down. Maybe bring your hand in just a little bit more and then reach up and in, but you're gonna have to make sure that your hand is on something soft so that it doesn't hurt your fingers. So you'll do that one up to 1 minute on each side, and that was the last exercise in this series. So let me know how you like this in the comments below, and I will see you soon.